The true story of the girl who dated her kidnapper.
I was going to school when suddenly I felt someone pushing me to the ground.
Felt? Or you mean saw him coming head on?
Ouch! I screamed. I fell on my side, but before I got the chance to get up, I felt someone handcuff me. At first,
Whoa.
I got excited.
Excited! Imagine getting excited. This girl has some strange fantasies. She needs a therapist.
It was my crush from school acting all playful with me. I mean, I've been sending him signals the past few weeks.
What type of signals have you been sending him? To handcuff you?
Then I heard a car coming, and someone screaming, "Get the door open, hurry." What? As soon as I realized that someone was attacking me, I started screaming for help, but no one was around. I struggled to free myself, but my kidnapper was so strong. He wouldn't let me go. Then he dragged
you in danger.
me into a minivan and closed the door behind. I was claustrophobic, so it was not long until I passed out.
Okay, I know this isn't the point, but that kind of looked like a really big minivan. Like, I think she'd be comfortable. Not actually comfortable, but like...
I woke up later having the worst headache of my life. I was laying on a bed in a small, old, dusty room. I was confused for a bit, but then I remembered what had happened. Who the hell brought me here? I headed to the door and started knocking it hard. I screamed at the top of my lungs, "Get me out of here! Hello? Someone! Get me out of here!"
I'm scared.
"Hey you, we're coming in a second." I stopped yelling. I put my head up.
Wait, what's up with this poster? Does anybody know what that is? Also, why does it say poster? We know it's a poster. We're not confused. Should I start labeling things? Chair, person, nose.
Trying to eavesdrop, and I heard someone saying, "She's not the one, you idiot. I told you she's blonde. This one has brown hair." Wait, are they talking about me?
Yes, they're talking about you. Isn't that obvious?
I heard their footsteps coming toward me, so I took 2 steps back. The door opened and a young man walked in. He was handsome.
Wait. He looks exactly like that guy from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Noah, right? Look at that face, and then look at that face and tell me that's not the same person.
Oh, hot. I'm talking Noah Centineo hot.
I knew it!
He looked at me and said, "Listen, sorry. This was a game. We're aiming to fake kidnap another girl, you know, for fun."
Wait. You're fake kidnapping somebody for fun? Who is this fun for? If they don't even know who it is. Fun for who? Sounds like there's no consent here.
My friend picked you by mistake. What? I yelled at him. Are you freaking kidding me? You almost gave me a heart attack, and you say this was a game? I'm going to call the police. The guy got scared and he started sweating. He said, "I'm sorry, I promise, it was just a game."
How is it just a game? How do you not know what your friend looks like? How do you kidnap the wrong person? None of this makes any sense. I'm so confused. But at least they labeled poster for me. At least I'm not confused about that.
We didn't mean to hurt you at all. We had planned this to trick a friend. Please, we're just 2 stupid high school boys. Seeing him so confused and stressed made me feel for him. So I said sarcastically, "You losers, I thought you were a badass gang that kidnapped me to blackmail my father. Move, I need to go out." I took my bag and headed to the door. The guy had a stupid smile on his face and said, "Wow, that easy?" I didn't respond. I just got out, ordered a taxi, and went back to school like nothing had happened. I thought that I would never see that guy again, but to my surprise, a week later, I found him working in a fast food restaurant.
There he is. Also, she was kind of walking weird. Look. She's like...
Later, I found him working in a fast food restaurant that opened recently in the area. He was the cashier. When he saw me, he said,
SFC? KFC? Kentucky Fried Chicken? Oh, Special Fried Chicken. It says it right there. Okay, I was like, what does it stand for?
I smiled and said, "And here is the wimpiest boy I know." He laughed and handed me the change with a piece of paper that had his number. It said, "I would love to take you out. Here is my number if you're..."
Guys, her face! What's happening? Are you drooling a little?
First, I didn't want to call him. But then I kept thinking about how cute he was and that we would make a great couple. I've never had a boyfriend before, and I really wanted to experience what it's like to date. So at night, I sent him a message. "Meet me for coffee tomorrow around 5 o'clock at JoJo's, Amy."
Wait a minute, she signed her text? No wonder she's never had a boyfriend. That's like the type of stuff my dad does. Dad, I know it's from you. I have your phone number in my phone.
He instantly replied, "Sure, Wonder Woman," winky face.
But wait, he didn't sign Noah. How are we supposed to know who he is?
So we met. Nolan was so
Her faces. Oh.
It was like he read the magical book of how to be the perfect boyfriend.
Okay, I'm so confused, guys. Why do these all look like different cartoons? Do they have different artists drawing these? Like, do they look like this? Or do they look like this? Or do they look like this? Like, which one is this?
He had a red flower with him. He gave it to me and said, "You two are both alike. Soft, attractive, and breathtakingly beautiful."
Sorry, it's just a little cheesy. I like cheesy, but that was a little too much for even me.
I fell in love with him, and soon I invited him to my house. Nolan was stunned by what he saw. He didn't know that my dad was that rich. My house was more like a mansion.
It's sparkling. She's so rich. The floors, the railings, the walls, they sparkle.
Nolan felt so insecure about it. I noticed how he looked at things around with utter shock, like he never imagined being in such a place. "Is there something wrong?" No, it's just that you're really rich. "It's just my dad, not me," I said, hoping that it'd make him feel more comfortable. Unfortunately, it didn't. After a few visits to my house, Nolan became more and more annoyed by the fact that I had everything. He was subconsciously thinking about it all the time. Every time he bought me a shake, he said, "You've probably had better." Or if he bought me a gift, he said, "Sorry, that was the only thing I could afford."
Oh, money isn't everything. It's the thought that counts.
So one time, after he said one of his stupid comments, I confronted him. I said, "You know that those comments make you look so insecure. I like you for who you are." Nolan didn't believe me. He sarcastically responded, "So basically, I'm your side puppet." That infuriated me.
So rude.
"What do you mean?" He responded, "I'm just another item to brag about. Look at me, I have someone who's totally in love with me." His comment disgusted me, so I screamed, "Well, if that's how you think, then maybe we shouldn't date at all." He simply said, "Fine," and then walked away. I couldn't believe my eyes. He just turned around and left.
Wow, harsh.
Nolan just disappeared. He didn't try to contact me whatsoever. It broke my heart, but if that's what he wanted, so be it.
If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
2 weeks later, I found him having dinner with Tamar. Tamar was one of my friends from middle school.
Harsh. He moved fast.
The richest and the most spoiled of us all.
Wait, she's blonde. What if she was the other girl? Remember at the beginning they said they wanted to kidnap somebody who's blonde?
She always accused me of being jealous of her. If we happened to buy the same dress, she would tell everyone that she bought it first and that I had no sense of fashion whatsoever. That was not true. I knew that Tamar's father was wealthy. I mean, richer than my dad, but I was happy with what I had. So I simply stayed away from her because I hated having too much drama in my life. But that made me wonder, how did Nolan end up with her? Wasn't he so insecure about dating rich girls?
Very suspicious.
I DM'd her over Instagram saying, "Hey, I saw you the other day with Nolan. How did you two get together?" She responded, "Why? Are you jealous?"
I'm laughing because their houses are sparkling.
"Not at all. I think you are a cute couple. He was just my friend and I wanted to know how you met." And to my surprise, she said, "It's kind of a funny story. Nolan kidnapped her by mistake while he was playing a game with his friends, and they hit it off just after that."
So this dude is pretending to kidnap girls so he can trick them into dating him. I'm sure there's much easier ways to pick up girls, especially when you look like Noah.
Was that his trick to pick up girls? Thank God we're no longer together.
I love the memes in these videos.
She can date him as much as she wants to. The next day, Dad called me to his office. He looked worried.
Wait, why does Dad look the same age as her except for like one wrinkle?
"Did you see my Rolex watch? I thought I left it here." I answered, "No, Dad. Why?"
The plot
And he responded, "It's been missing for a while and I can't find it." Then he added, "Never mind, I probably lost it somewhere."
I think he did it. I think Nolan did it. That thief.
When Nolan visited me, he used to go 3 or 4 times to the bathroom. When I asked him about it, he said, "I've got a condition." I didn't want to embarrass him, so I just waited for him. Is it possible that he took it? No. No. He's a playful guy, but he's not a thief.
He stole you. What do you mean he's not a thief? Homeboy took the watch. I'm willing to bet on it.
I spoke to Tamar again and asked her about Nolan and if she noticed something strange about him. She said that everything was quite fine and she would appreciate it if I stopped bothering her. I was embarrassed, but I plucked up my courage and said, "Hey, Tamar, I promise this is my last question. Did you lose something expensive lately?" I thought she would hang up.
Wait, did you just say you thought she would hang up? How do you hang up on someone in person?
Come to think of it, I lost one of my diamond rings lately. That sneaky man. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I explained everything to Tamar, how Nolan used the same trick with me, and how I suspect that he stole my dad's watch.
Was that a Dragon Ball Z reference? Oh yeah, she's going Super Saiyan.
Anyway, we both decided to get revenge. One night, Tamar invited Nolan for dinner at a fancy restaurant.
Why does that look like their house? That's confusing.
And while they were having dinner, she excused herself to go to the bathroom. But before she went, she took off her expensive golden bracelet and put it inside her bag. I was sitting at a table next to them, ready with my camera. But to our disappointment, Nolan didn't go for it. We thought he would be tempted to steal it because it was worth thousands of dollars, but he didn't do anything. The date ended and nothing happened. I followed them and I sat in my car waiting outside for Nolan to get out of the house. I wanted to speak to Tamar to figure out our next step.
Was her phone upside down? Sorry. Yeah, her phone is upside down.
I got bored, so I started scrolling through my Instagram, and then I got a notification from Tamar's account. She went live. What happened? I clicked on the video and oh my god.
She's live streaming him stealing. Savage.
She was upstairs and he was downstairs. I watched
him love her.
as he
That's
stole
awesome.
a wooden antique and hid it in his jacket. The comments started popping up. People were shaming Nolan.
Wait, Pickle Rick? Oh my god, but he is cute. Nolan is my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. Whoa! He playing everyone.
Some of them said that Nolan was their boyfriend, and
Wow.
they too lost a
Called
few
the
things when they
police.
were dating him. He was a pro. I called the police
I
while
like
the
that
video was
dance.
still on.
It's still upside down.
Nolan was arrested, and he returned all the things he'd stolen from people and spent 3 years in jail, along with his friends
Whoa,
who helped him
nice.
with the fake kidnapping. After the whole thing ended, I went to speak to Tamar. I wanted to thank her for what she did. My father got his watch back, and he couldn't be happier.
Yay!
I thought we could be friends again, but when I called her, she said in a nasty tone, "You don't have to thank me. You're still a loser. Just don't get into trouble again, you stupid girl."
You got into the same trouble as her. That makes you equally stupid. No? Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, stay sweet, and don't forget to be nice to each other. Bye-bye!